Alright, I'm at the state park. 6:30. Actually, 6:31. Still closed. There's like a long line of people waiting to get in. And, yeah, it sucks. Like a traffic jam because they won't open the stupid state park. I've been to the state park before. I think the ranger that works here is a real turd. He's always late to open it, and then he is a real stickler for, like, even if you launch the kayak off the grass, he says you have to pay the launch fee for the boat ramp, which doesn't make sense because I'm not using the boat ramp. Anyways, hopefully we'll actually get in to go fishing today. Alright, so everybody ended up just driving around the gate because they were going to come down and actually open it. But today, you saw, I've got little crankbaits. I love crankbaits, and these are the smallest crankbaits I could find available on the market. They're barely over 1 inch. So, we're going to give these a shot today. Spin fishing for some planter rainbows. See how it goes. Alright, we finally made it out here. I've got my micro cranks. It's got chartreuse, crappie, bass, a shad pattern, and it's got a rainbow trout pattern. It's pretty light, but I should be able to cast it. Or I can at least troll it. Let's see. If it doesn't work, I've got a bunch of spoons and spinners, bobbers, and flies. Make it happen. I think they just put like a couple thousand trout in this tiny little pond, so this thing gets so hot in the summertime, they all die. There's some spiny rays in here too, so I'm gonna go down here. Looks like there's a bunch of fish feeding on the edge of the cotton that's all been blown down to one end of the lake. This thing only weighs like 1/15 of an ounce, but I've got 5-pound fire line on, so I should be able to cast it. I can cast it a little bit. Kind of swims a little bit sideways. I don't know. Not impressed with how it's running right now. Well, we'll give it a shot. Let's try trolling it. See if we can get some redemption on this thing. Okay, there we go. We're gonna try trolling it. That's the tough thing about small cranks. Every small crank I've ever found, generally under 1.5 inches, just doesn't run very true. We'll give this a few minutes. If it doesn't work. Oh, there, I just had a bite. Ooh, had a bite on it. Wait for as many fish that are hitting the surface, though. I'm surprised I'm not getting hit more. Let's try trolling faster. See if that makes a difference. I don't have my sonar today. I'm just going uber simple. I'm gonna give this crank until I hit the shoreline. If it doesn't get another bite, I'm gonna try something else. I think it runs sideways, so I think that's part of the issue. If it would just dive down, I think it would just get smashed. But it doesn't really dive that much. Man, no bites for the crankbait. Oh man, that thing is just spinning. It's not even really. Oh, there, it's kind of diving there. Yeah, it actually dives if you troll it at or retrieve it at super slow speed. That's the key. I'm starting to learn how to fish this lure. It looks super good when you troll it, like you retrieve it at like 1/2 mile an hour. So I'm wondering if I go slow. Oh man, it looks super good. I do it that way. Now I'm starting to believe in it because I see it. I just gotta get a fish to convince me that it's worth it. Yeah, they run upside down when you retrieve them. And then they just, like I said, if I could just get them to run truer, it would be better, but they just flip upside down. Dang, I so much wanted to believe in the micro crank. Okay, time to move on. Was exciting. I do have another micro jerkbait that actually does work from Duo Realis. I might pull that out in just a sec, but let's do Castmaster first. There's a ton of fish out here. I love a good Castmaster bite. Oh, there we go. First cast. See? Castmaster catches the fish. It's a little guy. Man, he's pretty though. Man, you cannot argue with a Castmaster. I swear to God, I was stuck on a desert island. I needed to survive. It would be a Castmaster. Man, that's the gnarliest looking little rainbow trout I've seen. Oh, calm down. Calm down. Keep your gills wet. He is like, his fins are just destroyed. Okay, my hands are wet, so it should be alright. It's a barbless. There he is. Nice spots, but terrible fins there, buddy. Alrighty. I'll tell you what, let's shift the challenge up today. So we got one on a Castmaster. Let's try and catch a fish on 5 different lures today. Alright. So since we're starting a challenge now, we're gonna get one more on the Castmaster just for good measure. And I can't troll them. That's what we're gonna do. It's a great way to learn about how trout are feeding. I mean, even hatchery fish have like this. Well, there are certain things they're gonna key in on. Oh, that's the fish I want to catch. That guy. Oh, look at him go. He's like, wee. Okay. I'm gonna catch Mr. Jumper over there. There we go. Oh yeah. I'll let it fall right beside him. Oh, he's looking at it. I'm imagining this, of course. There we go. Got one. Nice. Got him on the fall. Oh, it's a monster. It's got to be pushing at least 11 inches. It's a monster. Why did they plant them that small? Like they're going to die anyways. I don't know. Like, that thing is not going to get to harvestable size in a few months. That makes no sense. Alright, buddy, come on. He's a giant. Okay, time to switch up. So we got spoon, Castmaster out of the way. Okay, so I have an extra deep Mepps extra deep. It's a very tiny spinner, but it's heavy. I replaced the hook with a little single barbless hook from Daiwa. These are Presso hooks. They're really awesome. I like the extra deep spinners from Mepps because they run a little deeper and they're kind of heavy for their size. Now with spinners, you can let them fall. You get some flutter on the blades. But I find the best thing to do is just vary your retrieve rate as it comes back in. And that will often produce fish. This one has a dark blade, so it's not really putting out a lot of flash, which might be necessary on this cloudy day. We'll give this one a few casts, see if we can get a bite on it. Alright, if we don't get one to the boat in the next 3 casts, we'll switch to a shinier spinner. I bet you that'll do it. Alright. Well, I'm going to go to an oversized spinner. I'm going to fish a River Fisher Copper. I wanted to see how they'd respond to a bigger, more aggressive spinner with a lot of flash. I'm getting nibbled already. Yep, there we go. That didn't take literally the first cast. It's all about flash today. Come here. Oh man, this thing might be a 1/3 of a pound. Beast. There you go. On that River Fisher. See ya. Okay. That's lure number 2. So we got one on Castmaster, of course. No surprise there. And we got one on a River Fisher spinner. In the spirit of this exercise, I'm gonna not try and just do like different brands, but I'm gonna try to do different types of lures. So I'm not gonna do like 2 spoons or 2 spinners. The next lure I'm gonna do is actually a micro crankbait. This is one of the few micro crankbaits I found that actually works. Micro crankbait. Look how tiny that thing is. It's like an inch. I got this out of a Taylor Tackle trout kit. This thing is amazing. It runs so true. So I'm going to tie this actually direct on. I bet you we get a fish on this right away. Do a quick San Diego jam. Running 4-pound leader this morning. Alright, check out this little crankbait. I bet I get hit on it right away. Oh, it dives so well. There we go. Oh, got hit. First, there we go. We got a second one. Oh my God, they love it. That thing is just crazy effective. I had 2 bites on that first cast. Let's see if we can get one here. Yep, there's a bite. That's so crazy. They think that cotton. Oh, there we go. Fish on. Oh, this might be the biggest one of the day. It's a tank. Oh yeah, baby. Did you see that? This trout has the spirit of a steelhead still in his genes. Look at that guy. He loved that little crankbait. There we go. Get back in the water. There he goes. See ya. Alright, crankbait did it. Taylor Tackle. That's actually a Northwest company based out of Seattle. That is lure number 3. Okay, now we're going to do a little micro jerkbait from Duo Realis. This is one of my favorite little jerkbaits. Japanese know how to make a jerkbait. This is their Ryuki 45S. It's a sinking model. And I've replaced this with the Daiwa Presso jerkbait hook. So there's single barbless hooks designed for jerkbaits and micro or small trout fishing, because that's a big deal. In Japan, they love their small trout. They even fish with like little tiny micro bait casters and stuff. It's pretty rad. Let's try the Ryuki. Now this thing sinks, so I'm gonna let it sink a little bit. And then I'm gonna I can fish it like a jerkbait like that. But it's flat-sided, so as I retrieve it, it'll wobble too. Almost spoon-like, because that flat sides. Not getting any bites out though. It's interesting what's triggering them and what's not. Like this is pretty shiny, but it's not triggering them. Oop, there was a bite. There we go. Oh yeah, oh yeah. Hammered it. First few casts. Alright, got that one on the 45S. See you, bud. Well, this is almost getting too easy now. Starting to figure out what they want. They just want action and flash. Doesn't even necessarily have to be like silver or gold, but just color flash. So, we're going to change gears since I've got this so dialed on what they want. And I'm almost to my 5 lure goal. Now we're going to try a water bobber and blob. Let's see if we can get them on a stationary rig. There's my blob fly. Now there's no bait on this fly, it's just a brightly colored blob. I don't know if they're still gonna hit still stuff today or not. So I've got a backup lure that we can use to hit my 5 lure goal today. It's such a weird fly that it works. There's no bait on it. I swear they take it more aggressively than they would take power bait. I guess they get in there and it's scrunchy. Just, I don't know what it is about it. Ooh, there's a nibble. Oh, no. Didn't go for it. Another nibble. Come on. Alright, I'm seeing a lot of surface activity out here in the clearer water where there's no cotton. So I'm going to cast out there and just see what happens. Almost like sight fishing. Oh, there we go. Yeah. Got one on the blow. He's a blob eater. You like the blob. Nom nom nom. They love the blob. See ya. That is my 5-fish challenge completed. That was almost too easy. What time is it? It is 8 o'clock. I got that done in less than an hour. Well, let's go for a bonus 6th lure. Now we are going to try twitching a marabou jig, pink and black, for trout. You can twitch jigs for steelhead and salmon in rivers, so why not twitch them for trout? This is a like a woolly bugger style fly. I think Hawken makes these. This is a 1/8 ounce. It's got a size 6 hook, so it's pretty appropriately sized for these fish. Probably not going to be able to cast it that far because it doesn't weigh much, but we'll see. There we go. Far enough, I think. So I'm just going to twitch. Oh, there you go, first cast. Look at that. That's crazy. That is crazy. Twitching jigs. It's like shooting fish in a barrel. Come here. Ooh, this guy's spunky. This one actually looks pretty darn healthy compared to all the other ones I've seen today. There you go. On a twitch. Little rainbow. Well, that pretty much covers every type of lure I have. I have jerkbaits, I have jigs, flies, spoons. I've caught them on every type. But I know you guys hate it when a video ends too soon. So we're going to try and save face with those little crankbaits that I was very unimpressed with this morning. See if I can get myself to catch one on one of those. So I'm not going to run the rainbow trout pattern. I'm actually going to run the little chartreuse one. I got a feeling that bright color is where it's at. Ooh, there was a fish, went for it. Slapped at it. I think I'm going to get one on here. I just got to put my time in. Looks like a little glowing piece of power bait when I'm retrieving it, so it's funny to see it get smashed. It goes sideways when a fish hits it. There's a fish right behind it. Oh! Come on, he's still looking at it. Oh, there's another one. Come on! Come on, guys. Kill me with your cautious. There we go. Got one. Yeah, got one on the micro crank. I think it's just the color on that first one. They didn't want to hit that rainbow trout one. And the rainbow trout one didn't run as true as this one does. Whoop, lost him on it. It's actually kind of fun to be able to watch them take this from a distance. Oh, that one hit it when it was on the surface. So the chartreuse one runs pretty well. Especially if you do like erratic, it looks great. It just runs deeper and deeper each time you pull on it. There we go, got one. He hammered that thing. He came out of nowhere. There we go. Just had to get around to where the fish were. Alright, got one on the micro crank. Hoorah! There we go. Micro crankfish. Success. Nice spots on that guy. A terrible tail. There we go. Got one on the micro crank. Let's see if we can get one on one of the natural colors. Like, let's run the crappie pattern and see how it runs. I'm just curious. Looking for, you know, manufacturing quality control here. Oh, dude, the crappie one runs like perfect. It runs so deep. It runs like a foot deeper than all the other ones. It's just so much variability. I can't even see it because it's got that black back. It just disappears underneath the water. It has white sides. I'm sure they can see it. Oh, that right the boat. Okay, I'm starting to earn some respect for these little micro cranks. It's just the Rainbow Trout one that is all funkified. You can see how small it is. I mean, it's tiny. That's a tiny fish. That's a tiny crank. I'm gonna see if I can get one on that Rainbow Trout crank, since I got a bad taste in my mouth with those Rainbow Trout ones because it wouldn't run true. But I'm thinking I might just need to bend it ever so slightly. So I'm gonna look at the eye on it. Okay, so you see here on the crappie one, that eye is straight relative to the eyes, and the bill goes right down the middle. If you look at the Rainbow Trout one, it's slightly off center. See that? It's a little bit pointing to the right. So I think if I bend that back, it should be fine. That looks better. Let's see if it runs truer now. Okay, so I'll just test it here by running it. Oh, that looks so much better now. Shoot. I should have done that in the first place. Oh. There we go. That one on the rainbow. Rainbow and a micro rainbow crank. There we go. Woo! I knew I could do it. Cool. Got one on the micro rainbow crank. Just goes to prove that if you get a new lure, you can't just fish it like you would your others. You have to kind of dial it in and not totally discount it. Especially with cranks, they do take some tuning sometimes. Well, I think that's going to be my last fish of the day, guys. I'll put links to all the products I used, and if you have any questions, just let me know. And just remember when trying new lures to always change things up. You don't necessarily want to use them the same way that you might use similar lures, because sometimes retrieve rate matters. And be sure and tune those crankbaits. I'll see you next time. Just remember, fish smarter, not harder. Bye, guys. And tune those crankbaits. I'll see you next time. Just remember, fish smarter, not harder. Bye, guys.